ventricle and left ventricle. Right ventricle, left ventricle. As we are seeing now, the right atria is collecting blood from the body parts with the help of superior and inferior vena cava, and left atria collecting blood from lungs with the help of pulmonary vein, and all atria in collection only. Now we are talking about right ventricle. See the direction of the blood. The right ventricle pumps the blood to lungs. Right ventricle pumps the blood to lungs with the help of pulmonary aorta or pulmonary artery, we can say. And talking about the left ventricle is pumping blood to the body parts. Okay, left ventricle pumping blood to the body parts with the help of aorta, nothing but artery. Bigger artery we call aorta, left systemic aorta. Okay, then it is pumping deoxygenated blood and it is pumping oxygenated blood. It is pumping oxygenated blood. Okay, then next we need to go with this particular issues. Number 1 that I am writing here, right ventricle pumps the blood to right ventricle pumps the blood to lungs. Right ventricle pumps the blood to lungs with the help of pulmonary aorta. With the help of pulmonary aorta. Okay. Next, left ventricle pumps the blood to the body parts, Actually, not new it is. It is just, we are discussing from the beginning. If anyone knew, that will get benefited over. Left ventricle pumps the blood to body parts. Then with the help of left systemic aorta or artery. According to this, can we say like that? All ventricles in pumping only. Yeah, all atria in collection only we said earlier. Now all ventricles in pumping only. All ventricles are in pumping only. The right ventricle pumping to the lungs and left ventricle, our ventricles are in pumping function only. Okay, so right ventricle is pumping to the lungs and left ventricle pumping the blood to the body parts. So that is very important in future. You are going to get, and these are having valves. Valves are present here. That these are having valves. Let me show you that valves to you. That opening of the right ventricle to the pulmonary aorta, opening of the left ventricle to the left systemic aorta is having valves. We call them as semilunar valves. We say them as semilunar valves. Okay, so let me write that also here as we are shown in the diagram. Means we need to write here. So what we have to write here? That semilunar valves. Opening of the right ventricle, to the pulmonary aorta and opening of the left ventricle, to the left systemic aorta are guarded by semilunar valves. Okay, so you are going to get another work today, that I will show you all these particular diagrams in one page. Then you people need to practice. Means you should write points. How I am writing here, in the same way you people need to write the points. Okay, so semilunar valves. Then next. More other issues. Here we need to discuss about the complete circulation once. Complete circulation, because we came to know the 4 chambers activity. the four chambers activity. In that first, the right atria activity that we are seeing that collecting blood from body parts with the help of superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Next, left atria is collecting blood from lungs. See the direction, see the arrow marks here which we are making, collecting. Okay. Then opens into the lungs with the help of pulmonary vein. Okay. Now, next, right ventricle pumping blood to the lungs, deoxygenated blood pumping toward the lungs, and left ventricle pumping blood to the body parts with the help of left systemic aorta. Okay, left systemic aorta. With these information which we got here, with that information, I think we can say this. What's that? The circulation related to the lungs we call pulmonary circulation. Okay, circulation related to the lungs, we say pulmonary circulation. So now I am asking you people that among the four chambers, which of the chamber is having, which of the chamber is supplying blood to the lungs?
Right ventricle.
Yes, very good. Right ventricle supplying blood to the lung. Among the four chambers, which of the chamber is collecting blood from the lungs? Left atria. Very good, very good. Your answer make me to understand you are recognizing the diagram. Okay, right ventricle, how did that supplied blood to the lungs?
With the help of pulmonary.
Very good. Pulmonary aorta, with the help of pulmonary aorta. How does the left ventricle collecting blood from the lungs?
Pulmonary vein.
Pulmonary vein. So I am not writing, you are saying, and I am writing here. You people are saying and I am writing. What do you say this kind of circulation which is related to the lungs? Yeah, we call such circulation as a pulmonary circulation. Such kind of circulation is called pulmonary circulation. We say it as pulmonary circulation. Okay. So next, similarly, we need to see the systemic circulation. That means the circulation related to the body parts. Wait. Let me write a little up here because we need to make some place for complete cardiac cycle also, cardiac circle also, body parts. Now, the same again, I'll ask the same, that this is the body part. Among the four chambers, which of the chamber is supplying blood to the body parts? Yes, who is supplying blood to the body parts? Left ventricle. Left ventricle supplying blood to the body parts. Okay. Among the four chambers, which of the chamber is collecting blood from the body parts? Very good. Right atria is doing so. The same question again. How did that left ventricle supply blood to the body parts? Left systemic aorta. How does the right atria collected blood from the body parts? Very good. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So that means here, whenever you are that you require, you can make it simply here, writing lungs, and just asking questions yourself. What questions? Who is collecting from there and who is supplying to them? That's all. So by making them. So what do you call this kind of circulation which is related to the body parts? We call this kind of circulation as a systemic circulation. Okay, systemic circulation. Okay, next. I think in the basics, I already explained this. We called it as swimming, but you will be able to say it now even. Now even, because those people who attended today's class even, they can say now by looking towards this particular. Chalo, start saying. Who collect blood from body parts? Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Okay, from there. It opens into right atria. Okay. Then right atria opens into right ventricle. Right atria opens into right ventricle. Right ventricle opens into right ventricle opens into pulmonary aorta. Okay. Pulmonary aorta opens into lungs. So who is coming out from the lungs? Pulmonary vein. Okay. Pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein opens into left atria. Okay. Left atria opens into left ventricle. Okay. Left ventricle opens into left systemic aorta opens into, yeah, this is called complete cycle. In this cycle, that can you recognize that particular above said systemic and pulmonary circulation? How does we recognize? Just to remember, left ventricle to that's all, left ventricle to right atria. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, here it is. We can write here even. You see, this is systemic circulation, isn't it? Above one, left ventricle to right atria, pointing out left ventricle to right atria. Then see that here it is. Right ventricle to left atria. What do you say? Yeah, pulmonary circulation. The bigger topic completed very comfortably because of a hypothetical diagram. We call this as double circulation. We call it as double circulation. After seeing double circulation, you will understand the coming days, whatever I am going to say, single circulation, incomplete double circulation, all that issues you people able to understand easily. So that what we are seeing here till the time, till today, that today, what we are seeing, heart physiology actually. That means here anatomy, external morphology, I didn't explain. Heart physiology, only the physiology aspects of the heart. Okay, so now let me draw a bigger diagram which explains, which shows all these things to you, and you people need to practice and need to send me in the group. Okay, so I'm not labeling anything here, just I am drawing whatever I drawn till the time. I'm drawing in a single diagram, whatever I drawn here, I'm drawing in a single diagram. You people need to fill this and should write 1, 2, 3, 4 points till the time we wrote. The complete should be in the written format I want today. The complete in the written format. Okay, so just I'm not doing anything here. I'm that making some ABCD here. This is A and this is B. Yeah, I should write the name and should write points, whatever that by looking toward the diagram, whatever you can say. All the things you have to say that, at least I'll show you with arrow marks the direction I am showing here. Yeah, collecting atria in collection. Then next ABCD is over. Then this is E, F, G, H. Right atria, left atria, right ventricle, left ventricle. Next I. What is this? If you want now, you can say, or you can ask me. Interatrial septum. J. K. Very good. K and K is enough, I think so. Okay. Then next, let me show you the opening here. Opening L. Here opening M. No, walls. We have another one. I am showing. These are walls. Very good. Right. L is right atrioventricular aperture. M is left atrioventricular aperture. And next N.
tricuspid valve.
Yeah, N. After N, O, kada? O, yeah. I am little bit weak in it
Tricuspid valve.
here. Next. Okay, this is P. Hmm? Yeah,
Semilunar valve.
semilunar valves. Very good. Semilunar valves. Okay. Then after that, Q, R, yes, T. How can you say lungs before I say this has a pulmonary circulation? You need to say, now you need to say. Yeah, this is lungs only. And what these are all, you have to write. Okay. Next, the same way, systemic circulation.
Tissues are body parts.
Yeah, systemic circulation, V, making centering as a U, V. I think I will see a T, U, V, V. After V,
W,
very good. X, Y, Z.
26 points.
Yeah. So this is A to Z of the heart. If you are able to do this, 90% over, you can say. Because the remaining are simple. Columnae, corneae, papillary muscle, cardiac tendinae, they're all side dishes, we can say here. But to understand the human physiology, to understand the concepts of human physiology, we people need to do this, we people need to do this. And this particular area, this means these particular basics are helpful for us to understand the concept of the heart clearly. Okay,